Hello, everyone. Welcome to our session on the next leap in AI for work, wherein we are bringing smarter AI agents, seamless experience, and scalable AI impact to enterprises like yours. In today's session, we are joined by my partners in crime, Surabhi, who's the VP of Product Management, and Swapna, who's a VP of Product Management, and me, Akhil, the Product Marketer for AI for Work. In today's session, we have a tight and simple agenda, wherein we'll give you a recap on AI for work, it especially for the ones who have missed out or who are yet not familiar with our course AI solution. And then we'll follow it up by the recent updates that we've come up with for the solution and the accelerators. Now, here is our introduction or reintroduction of AI for work. AI for Work is an enterprise AI solution that helps or empowers employees to find answers faster, automate everyday tasks, and manage AI agents, all from one secured solution. It brings in 4 to 5 different elements so that employees and enterprises can scale their AI adoption and be more productive. Starting with the powerful enterprise search. Using agentic RAG and pre-built connectors, enterprises can connect to their broader knowledge bases and help employees find answers in the best way possible. Moving on to our comprehensive AI marketplace, wherein we have 200 plus pre-built agentic workflows and accelerators for HR, IT, and recruiting use cases. Then we also offer an agent builder wherein enterprises can go beyond what we already have or offer and build something that is unique to their own use case or enterprise. We also enable citizen users to build their own AI agents, meaning employees, irrespective of their technical expertise, could actually go in and build an AI agent. Now, if you wonder how does all this come together, that's where our multi-agent orchestration comes in. Depending on the use case, the prompt, the orchestrator triggers the right AI agent at the right time. And for enterprises who are concerned about the security, governance for their own particular industry or their organization in general, we do offer a detailed set of admin controls. Moving on to introducing AI for Work. AI for Work is an enterprise AI solution that empowers employees to find answers faster, automate everyday tasks, and manage AI agents, all from one secured solution. Enterprises can start with as simple use case as search, wherein they could use our pre-built connectors and use agentic RAG to find answers much faster. Then moving on to use cases beyond search. Enterprises could use the AI marketplace to use or customize the pre-built agentic templates or use our accelerators for HR, IT, and recruiting use cases. Then enterprises that want to go slightly beyond could actually start using the agent builder to build agentic apps or agents that suit their use case. Now, if you're wondering how does everything come together, that is where our multi-agent orchestration comes into play. It brings in the right AI agent and the right agentic workflow at the right time based on the user's prompt. Now, AI for Work could be used as a standalone solution or embedded in the channel that enterprises usually prefer. Moving on to the recent changes that we've come up with. We have new features that the team has come up with, and we've also added a few features for the admin controls. Then we'll move into the HR and IT agentic apps. Surabhi, over to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited to share with you all the recent product features that we have rolled out that make AI for work a lot more user-friendly, accessible, personalized, and secure for our users. We've also made significant improvements in our IT and HR accelerators that my colleague Swapna will go over. Now let's get into each one of the launches. The first key launch that I want to talk about is the ability for us to democratize agent creation for our users. Up until now, only admins could create agents and agentic workflows and publish them to the enterprise. But now I'll do this again, sorry. Let me quickly check my notes. Okay, I'll do this again. The first key feature that I want to talk about is the democratization of agent creation from admins to also the employees. So, up until recently, only the admins could create agents for an organization and publish it to the respective teams. But with this features, employees can also create their own agents and agentic workflows and share them with their colleagues and respective teams. This feature is critical as while an admin can help organizations get started on their AI journey, it's hard for them to know what unique needs are there for each team as well as each user. So, this allows the users to create their own custom agents and truly make AI for work their own and create a personalized experience for themselves. This also helps enterprises make a bigger bang for their buck as the users can get more out of the product. Another complementary feature that we've launched that further simplifies the agent creation is the ability to test an agent while it is being created. Until recently, the experience was pretty siloed, and the users had to first go publish an agent, then go to the application to try out the agent, and then go back to the agent creation experience to make any edits. Now we are launching the ability to for the users to test the agent right at the time of creation to reduce the friction and make the experience a lot more seamless for our users. Another relevant feature that we are going to come up with is to allow users to be able to play around with different prompts and improve the prompts as they're creating the experience so that they can nail the prompt right at the time of agent creation instead of again going back and forth. Another enhancement in the user experience at the runtime is to stream the thoughts on how AI for work is interpreting a user's query and building the plan to execute it in real time. There are three key benefits that come out of this. One, the users can see the responses stream in the real time with interim updates instead of getting a response in one shot after waiting for several seconds. So that provides them visibility instead of making them impatient with the experience. The second benefit is the users get the transparency on how AI for work is executing a particular query so that the experience is not truly a blank box. I'll repeat that one. Wait. The second benefit is that we provide users with transparency so that the experience is not a black box for them. We provide them information on how AI for work is selecting the intent, what agents are being picked, and so that they have visibility into how their information is being used and processed. And third and most important thing is this visibility enables the users to have more control on the experience. They get the opportunity to rephrase the query and get more accurate responses if AI for work is not able to understand their query properly. All the experiences, okay. All the experiences that we spoke about do a great job of simplifying the agent creation experience as well as providing higher transparency in the runtime. However, another critical aspect of a seamless user experience is meeting the users where they are. To that end, we're excited to share that AI for Work is now available as an app within Microsoft Azure Marketplace, and it can be accessed by users from Copilot as well as MS Teams. Once AI for Work app is installed, the users can simply select it in the Copilot and Teams chat experience and trigger all the agents, workflows, and agentic experiences all from a single interface. So now they don't have to go to AI for work for AI for work related agents and to Copilot for all other marketplace agents that they are using. Another key hyperscaler effort that we're excited to launch is the integration of AWS Q-Index within AI for work. Through our strategic partnership with AWS, we've now made Q-Index available as a data source within AI for work. What that means for our users is that they can now search for information that is housed in their Q-Index from AI for Work interface itself. But more importantly, the integration unlocks agentic capabilities on top of Q-Index so that the users can go beyond simple search-based queries. For example, a product manager can search for the latest update. I'll do that part. For example, a project manager can search for the latest updates from Jira and Slack channels that's sitting in Q-Index and then summarize them in a weekly update and directly send it out as an email to their team. And all of this can be made possible through a single query built on the agentic workflows on AI for Work. While we talk about the end user experience, it is always critical to think about what the admin experience looks like so that the deployment of any AI solution is secure and scalable within an organization. We are excited to launch three key admin features that make the experience better. First, admins can now send time sensitive announcements to all the employees to catch their attention. These could be some IT downtime, or it could be certain new HR updates that the employees need to be made aware of. And all of this can be done within the AI for work interface. Second, admins can configure the data retention policy to ensure that it complies with their enterprise needs much more tightly. Third, admin can also configure the orchestrator settings to manage how the guardrails are enabled and what all data sources an employee has access to. For example, do we want to enable the web search or not for an enterprise? These features give admins a lot more control to deploy AI for work in a scalable and secure way within an enterprise. All right. Those were the key product updates within AI for Work platform. Now I'm going to hand it over to Swapna, who's going to talk about the IT and HR accelerators.
Thank you, Surabhi. I'm going to walk over what are some of the accelerators which are available for HR and IT within AI for Work. So, in terms of HR, we have 11 agentic apps with close to 54 AI agents, which involve 54 use cases. So, these have been going on for the past few quarters. In June, we had absence management as the app and the profile management as the app. Absence management includes requesting time off, checking policies against your organization, and even an intelligent leave planner that takes into account all the holidays. In July, there were other key apps that were offered. One was for employee directory, in which case you can just query the employee directory, and for case management to file cases that are related to HR, for offboarding, and key use cases in manager self-service, such as updating the cost center or updating any kind of job-related updates. In August, there were additional templates that were added related to employee engagement, task management, and benefits management. For benefits management, this includes querying what benefits you have, which you are currently enrolled in. And for task management, this could be a task list that your manager has assigned to you. I'm going to give you a quick demo of the PTO app in the next section. So here in this, I'm going to give you a quick demonstration. We have two personas. One is a customer success manager who's from Austin, Texas. And then you have a director of customer success who is the manager who gets the approval. We are going to do a quick walkthrough of an agentic app, which is for PTO request and approval. Here you have two personas. One is a customer success manager who is always who is juggling client calls, and he just wants to quickly and simply request for a PTO approval. And then you have a director of customer success who just wants to review the updates and the meetings on the phone. That's the win. So we have an employee and a manager use case, and we're going to see a simple PTO request use case. So here the employee is asking, how much PTO do I have left in the year? So in this case, what is happening is the orchestrator picks the correct agent that it needs to call. In this case, this is the HR self-service agent. And it is querying the system of record. It could be a workday, it could be ADP. And it's giving what are the remaining days of PTO that you currently have as a balance. In this use case, it is also asking for different places that he or she can visit to take their PTO. And then the employee is deciding to request a PTO on certain dates. So once this request is then generated within the app and directly added to the system of record. Now we have the approval side of things. Here you have the manager who is asking, what is my team's PTO calendar for the month of June? So again, the orchestrator goes in and checks the correct agent to be used for this purpose. In this case, it has gone in and looked for the correct agent and given the calendar for all his direct reports. The manager is then asking, show me all the overlaps for my team in this case. So once it gives specific overlaps, there is a potential overlap for these specific people in the team. And then he decides to review further one of the person's PTO request and decides whether or not he wants to add in a comment. And then he decides that there is low risk if I approve this person's request. And he is going ahead and approving the specific request. So in this case, the intelligent leave planner tells the manager if there are any overlaps so that the team is not very overloaded. Moving on to what we released for IT in the past quarter. We did 38 AI agents with 38 use cases. There were specific agentic apps that are related to these use cases. When I talk about agentic apps, these involve an app could involve multiple sub agents and it could call multiple tools to complete a specific use case. So in June, we released an app specific to access management. This involves things like password reset use cases. And in July, there were specific apps that were released for request management. These are use cases related to ordering a laptop or any kind of devices or device management. Outage management, where it can go ahead and check if there are outages that are currently in place. And incident management, which involves adding or resolving certain tickets. And the remaining in August, there were new apps added with checks for knowledge management and for ticket auto assignment. The knowledge management app is to check if there were any previous tickets that were issued. And if there were, it can give articles related to resolve that particular ticket or even create new tickets. And for ticket auto assignment, this feature enables the ticket to be routed to a specific queue based on machine learning algorithms on your past ticketing data. And the ticket can be automatically routed to the right agent. So those were the things that were released in the past quarter. We'll see a quick demo now of one of these specific use cases. So this use case is related to IT issue management. So here we have an employee who wants to log a specific ticket, and we'll go through this specific use case. So the employee is, he wants to figure out what is the reason for his MS Teams not working. He has a meeting maybe coming up and he wants his team to work. So here, again, the orchestrator is redirecting it to the specific AI agent, in this case, the issue management agent. And it has checked whether or not there was already an outage with Microsoft Teams. And it figured out that there was no outage and there is a new version. And it has also given some specific instructions to create the Microsoft Teams cache app, or you can reinstall the specific Microsoft Teams on Windows. So in this case, the employee is saying that you can proceed with clearing the Teams cache. Let's see if that resolves the issue. So instead of having a ticket to resolve the specific issue, the agent is trying to first help the employee resolve the ticket via self-service. The employee confirmed that the cache was resolved, but the agent has now recommended that they went in and reinstalled the Teams. So they are asking if they can go ahead and check if the MS Teams installation was successful. The employee went back and checked that it was not resolved. In this case, then the agent suggests some further knowledge and resources that they can do to resolve the issue. Or in this case, they can even add in a ticket post if the resolution is still not successful. With that, we come to the end of our session. Thank you all for attending. If you have any further questions, you could reach out to me, Surabhi, or Akhil, and we can be sure to answer all your questions. Thank you.